Is public displays of religion constitutional? This is a very complicated question that requires multiple steps to evaluate. We have to ask questions like, who is funding the display? Is it a private group wanting to place it on public property? Or is it a governmental group displaying the religious item on public property? Public religious displays can be categorized by being illegal or legal based on if they violate the First Amendment's Establishment Clause. First, let me explain the Establishment Clause. The Establishment Clause requires the government to be completely neutral towards all religions. In order to decide whether this display of religion would infringe upon the First Amendment, there are two Supreme Court tests, the Lemon Test and the Endorsement Test. The Lemon Test gives us three questions to go off of. Did the state actor not have a secular purpose in posting the documents? Was the primary effect of the action to advance or promote religion? And was there excessive entanglement between the government and religion in the given activity? This is helpful because if the answer to any of these questions is yes, then it is found unconstitutional. The endorsement test is a more recently developed and simpler test to determine if it breaks the Establishment Clause. It uses two questions. Did the state actor subjectively intend to promote a religion through his or her actions? And would a reasonable observer be able to interpret the actions as an endorsement of religion? There are two examples of cases that both involve the Ten Commandments that were ruled on very differently. The first case was McCreary County versus ACLU. There was a 5-4 majority in favor of McCreary that stated that a display of the Ten Commandments in two Kentucky courthouses was used to convey a religious message to the public. By the judge using the Lemon Test, he determined that the display of the Ten Commandments did not have a secular purpose, thus failing to satisfy the first point, making it unconstitutional. The second case was between ACLU versus Mercer County. In this case, a resident of Mercer County requested permission to hang a collection of documents that included the Ten Commandments. The court affirmed the decision in the lower court, stating that because the Ten Commandments was included in an exhibit of other historical documents, like the Bill of Rights and the Mayflower Compact, that it did have a secular purpose of educating the public, rather than endorsing a specific religion. To summarize, I would say that what constitutes something to not break the Establishment Clause is your motivation for putting the religious item on public display. I believe we should keep church and state separate, and I think the best way to do that is by honoring the Establishment Clause and honoring all religions equally.